Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Martin and I'm Serial Killer Time Shadow. Now, a bit of interesting information for all you Whovians in the audience. Depending on how much time you spend on social media, you may or may not know of a certain individual in the Doctor Who fanbase named Bowlestrek. Now, this man has quite a reputation among us Whovians who do spend a lot of time on social media for being a racist, homophobic arsehole. At least to us that can actually infer what he's saying, unlike other people who seem to just take what he says at face value. I don't get it either. But regardless, I've watched quite a few videos of YouTubers deconstructing Bowlestrek's videos. I've watched a lot of DTDW's ones. Mr. TARDIS has done quite a lot of them. Thary's done a few as well. And I thought, why not get in on the action? I'm going to get involved. So today we're going to be having a look at his Robot Revolution review. I'm sure whatever criticisms he has about it will be very well explained with lots of detail and information, and it won't just be relentlessly yelling at a screen at all. Alright, so here we are with Bowlestrek's Doctor Who The Robot Revolution episode review. Starts off with an image of Russell T Davies. Let's just change it. Oh, he only uploads in 720p. What a fucking millennial! Alright, fine, I guess we're not watching it in HD then, because Bowlstrek doesn't understand 1080p apparently. Alright, well, let's see what the man has to say.
If you've ever accidentally fallen through the floor of an outhouse and gotten to experience the wonders that lie beneath, then you get a pretty accurate picture of watching what will be examined in this video. RTD and his elitist group of ponces have outdone themselves yet again. If, like me, you find yourself wondering why this thing is around for yet another season of deviancy and all-around grossness, well, this is Disney. But even Disney, if rumors are to be believed, seem to be done with this trash. Yes, this is so bad, even Disney has had enough. Never before have...
I mean, most of the things in this era that actually have been issues, unlike what a lot of Bowlstrek outlines, most of the things to do with it that are actually issues I actually think are being caused by Disney. So, to be honest, that doesn't really work as a point. Even though I'm not as sort of easily offended as the rest of the fan base is. Like, I don't mind if a character says the word pronoun or whatever, I can cope with that. Moments in it that are too far and do come across as preachy actually do feel like more a thing that Disney are implementing rather than the BBC. Because if you watch the new MCU films, they sort of have a tendency for doing exactly that. You know, Disney have a reputation for it. So it would make more sense that it's coming from them. Also, I haven't seen the Star Wars sequels, but a lot of my friends from college who are like really big Star Wars fans have said that Disney ruined Star Wars with the same exact thing. So it probably is more likely that this is Disney's doing, but whatever.
If you are a real Doctor Who fan, this dude hates you. Then we...
Yeah, he hates the fans so much that when the show was going to get cancelled after Power of the Doctor, he came back to it when no one else would, so that we would get a 60th anniversary special, or in this case we got 3 60th anniversary specials, and we got a game new series. Something that wouldn't have happened if he hadn't come back, but yeah, he hates the fans. Okay, that follows.
Have posers that claim to be fans of this dreck, a mix of pathetic, low-testosterone losers and people that should be on a list. Man, these people are creepy. Say hello to them. It's usually not long before they show up in my comment section with their pick-me-girl mentality, desperate for other degenerates to give them attention, only to be ignored or to be made fun of by normal people.
We're only a minute into this video and he's actually boring me because he's not saying anything.
Anyway, let's get started.
Thank you, finally.
We begin with an ESG-approved relationship where we meet this rather sad example of a man. If you want to know what your average modern-day creep or poser RTD fan looks like,
He's supposed to be a creep. This guy is not supposed. You're not supposed to like this character. That's the point. He's the villain.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And here's where we get introduced to diversity hire number 6.
That's interesting because going into this video, I was wondering what his new nickname was going to be, since he seemingly has to give nicknames for all the Doctor and companions, since he's that immature that he can't just call characters by their names. For example, the Doctor he refers to as Dr. Nutty, I think it is. He called Ruby Princess Sumi. I'm pretty sure he called Joy from Joy to the World Princess Positivity. And yeah, I was wondering what his nickname for Belinda was going to be. Turns out it's going to be diversity hire number 6. She's black, so she must be a diversity hire. Of course. It's just so funny because I remember all the times in the Robot Revolution where they would make such a big deal out of her skin colour, and it was so preachy, and that they made such a big thing about it. Oh wait, I don't remember that because it was literally never brought up. Because it isn't relevant. And speaking of isn't relevant... Okay, let's see what other terrible points he has to make then.
Complete loser he is, the pasty dude names a star after diversity hire number 6. Oh dude, you are so getting dumped. You think a star is going...
Yes. He did get dumped. Well done, you watched the episode.
...to satisfy diversity hire number 6's ego. Man, what a moron. Oh, and...
Except she doesn't really come across as remotely egotistical in the episode. She comes across as independent. It's not really the same thing, mate.
She's disappointed that it says Miss because she isn't married, because marriage is one of the many ways these spoiled brats are apparently oppressed.
What? What the fuck is he talking about?
Then it's 17 years later, and our favorite sex pervert has landed, and he is looking for...
Oh no. Oh, do you remember in The Legend of Ruby Sunday when the Doctor was being all pervy and sexual? Oh no, he's right, Bowlestrek's right. And don't even get me started on what he did in Dark Bubble. Oh, and in 73 Yards. Oh, I can't unsee it. Just, he's making such good points. The Doctor was so perverted in those episodes. It's just, oh no. He's right. Bowlestrek's right. He's outsmarted us all. He has done it. He has done it. Round of applause, please, for Mr. Bowlestrek.
New victims and...
Sorry, Bowlestrek. That was sarcasm. Can you say sarcasm?
And our favorite sex pervert has landed, and he is looking for new victims, and diversity hire number 6, who has checkboxed her way into the NHS, is help...
Okay, so clearly Bowlestrek has a big issue with the new companion not being white. Who would have thought Bowlestrek would have a problem with race? Oh, I certainly didn't. And yeah, when it was Ruby last year, who he couldn't argue was signing any check boxes, he still had to complain because she's a Zoomer. And that's like a really bad thing. Apparently it was.
Helping a man while asking if he was bitten by his wife because, you know, white people. Dr. Nutty here...
It was called a fucking joke. The irony that this man cannot recognise a joke when he is literally the biggest joke of them all.
Dr. Nutty hears about the sex biting and becomes curious. Then he begins to prowl the hallways like a total creep, looking for people to bang. Next, he starts begging for home addresses from this lady at the reception desk. You know, dear, this is a hospital, and it should have security. There's a simple solution to this. Just throw the creep out. Then he blows out the power to the hospital, possibly killing people on ventilators, and diversity hire number 6 looks very grumpy. Well, I can tell you're going to be an absolute joy this season.
In that scene, she's actually not particularly grumpy. She's just like normal, and yet you've deliberately paused it in a way to make her look grumpier than she is. Also, Ruby, again, last year she wasn't grumpy at all, and you still had a problem with her, so it's very clear that you are just looking for things to have a problem with.
Can't wait. Then another pasty white dude is telling her not.
If you can't wait, then don't fucking watch it. Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to bring this up again at the end of this video.
They're about to laser diversity hire number 6 to death, and I get excited because maybe this means I won't have to listen to her for the next 8 weeks.
You don't have to listen to her for the next 8 weeks. You can do this thing that is not going on to Disney Plus, clicking on Doctor Who, selecting the new episode, and sitting there for 45 minutes. You can choose to not do that. Mind blown.
Get disappointed as they decide to give her a reprieve. Then Karen yells.
Well, if you were genuinely stupid enough to think they were going to kill the new companion off within the first 5 minutes of the first episode of the series, then you're basically beyond help.
Referring to her as Your Majesty. Yeah, that's what she needs, an even bigger ego. Then they evaporate the cat.
It's funny how he keeps on talking about her having this massive ego, and he has not pointed out a single time in the episode where he can give an example of her being even remotely egotistical. If you're going to make a point about her being insufferably egotistical, you have to show, or at least describe, a specific point in the episode where she does or says something that implies she has a big ego. But he's not doing that because he can't, because there is nothing like that in the episode. He is just looking for things to hate.
Then they evaporate the cat because RTD is a very sick man who apparently hates animals now too. What did the...
Oh my gosh, the IQ, the Bowlestrek's brain, right, genuinely needs so we can do experiments on how this man's brain works. The fact that the robots killed an animal means that Russell doesn't like animals? Okay, well, if you're going to go by that logic, then literally the parting of the ways from Series 1, the Daleks were killing hundreds and hundreds and thousands of humans. So does that mean that Russell hates humanity? I don't think it does.
Cat do, Russell? How did he oppress your spoiled elitist ass? It seems that...
It's funny how he is asking Russell, what did so-and-so do to you for you to have such a problem with it? And yet he cannot give a single example of why he has a problem with anyone or anything in this episode outside of just being a racist twat.
Hate bots came from her star and want her to be their queen. Must be nice to have absolutely everything handed to you in life with absolutely no work, as she is transported.
Yeah, because she's desperate to be the queen and get taken away from her home planet at the drop of a hat to somewhere that she doesn't know, to marry someone that, was just the biggest dickhead to her. She's absolutely loving life.
To the USS phallic symbol because this is RTD after all. The old lady from last season shows up as RTD seems to be under the delusion that anybody actually cares what her mystery is. All we know is
Okay. So do most of the fan base that aren't arseholes. Can pretty much guarantee that. Yeah.
RTD killed her cat because he's an ass. Then Dr. Nutty interrupted in his night...
Wasn't her cat. Were you actually listening? Wasn't her cat.
Then Dr. Nutty interrupted in his nightly prowling, fails to save her because he fails at everything that doesn't involve being a pervert, or why does he look like he's taking a dump on the lawn?
Because you've deliberately paused it in a way to make it look like that so you have something to complain about. Also, saying that he's too late to save her means that he's useless is just a really stupid thing to say. In Midnight, the Doctor has no idea what the monster is, what's going on, how to get everyone out, how to deal with it. Does that mean that he's useless? Oh no, sorry, no, because that's from the first Russell T Davies era. That makes it okay. But if it happens in the second Russell T Davies era, that's when it becomes a problem. Got it. Completely understood, Bowlestrek. Gotcha.
Probably his latest fetish, as Mystery Lady runs off in disgust. Next, RTD blames her ex-boyfriend for her trouble because it's common practice in the UK to blame working-class white dudes for absolutely everything.
Well, considering her ex-boyfriend was an absolute dickhead, yeah, it's justified that she blames him.
Seems that he owes her 50 quid because he's a thieving white dude. Man, she's such a delight. Then it seems...
We don't actually know why he owes her 50 quid, so it's just a throwaway line.
Dr. Nutty has roofied himself this time as everything starts to get wacky. Then we land and are greeted to 1985 level CGI, and I'm forced to ask myself, once again, where all the money went. I mean, granted you have completely unqualified people working on this, but come on! And it seems AI is now...
What's wrong with the special effects? What's wrong with the CGI? What's wrong with any of this? Oh, what's that? Nothing at all? Got ya.
While tricking the robots so our diverse team of rebels can have a shootout as Dr. Nutty hides in the corner like a little bitch while they all get killed because that's how
Oh yes, taking cover to survive equals hiding out in the corner like a little bitch.
Dr. Nutty works. Then after everyone is dead, Dr. Nutty escapes. What a hero!
Except for the people that aren't dead.
Then he starts to cry. Well, maybe if you were less of a crying princess, you might actually have saved someone for once. Then he kills the robot that was...
He did. He saved the 3 people that are with him in this scene that you're talking about right now. Or did you not notice that because you were too busy trying to think of racist comments to make?
Then he kills the robot that was only there to polish the floor. Dude, you're such an ass.
Doesn't kill it, it wasn't alive, he turns it off so that the robots don't find them. Again, pay attention to the episode or don't bother watching it.
Then Diversity Hire Number 6 takes charge of their makeshift hospital like the girl boss she is. Maybe you should ask before barking orders, and aren't you just a nurse?
She did ask.
Never mind, how oppressive of me. And, oh gee, it seems Diversity Hire Number 6 is linked in some way to her character from last season. Let me count the ways I don't care. Then
Stop watching.
Then Diversity Hire Number 6 tells Dr. Nutty he can call her the nurse. There you go, but no dear, you will always be Diversity Hire Number 6.
For what reason? Also, if she's number 6, who are 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1? Or am I just meant to assume that you don't know how to count either? You know what? Wouldn't remotely surprise me if you didn't.
Then Dr. Nutty starts showing off his 2 hearts, better than the other thing he was planning to show off, while somewhat jolly.
Ha 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 ha. Also, there has been nothing remotely sexual about Gatwa's incarnation of the Doctor. If you want to use Rogue as an example, that's really more romance than it is sexual. But he keeps on making comments implying that this incarnation of the Doctor is some sort of sexual freak. It's there has been nothing to indicate that whatsoever. He just can't seem to stop talking about the possibility of Inshuti Gatwa being very sexual. Bowlestrek, something you want to tell us, mate?
It seems that Dr. Nutty has come here because Diversity Hire Number 6 is special. Yeah, we know, because that didn't get old 5 years ago.
Okay. Much as I hate to say it, I don't think he's got a point there. The companion is really special and we're linked and we're connected and, there is something so, special about it. I do think that is a bit of an old trope at this point, to be fair. We did literally have it last series with a big mystery surrounding Ruby's birth mother and all that. We had it with Clara, we had it with Donna, we have had it quite a few times, to be fair. So,
and they impounded his bang palace, also known as the TARDIS, because he kept luring people into it. Next diversity hire
No, that's actually not why.
is diversity hire number 6's unearned star diploma, and I just want this all to be over. Then diversity hire...
Then stop watching the episode.
It seems she plans to sacrifice herself to save people. Makes sense. It's not like Dr. Nutty has ever saved anybody. Then Dr. Nutty has a very...
Yeah, it's just not like he brought everyone that was dead back to life in the last series finale or anything. It's not like he killed the Goblin King in the church on Ruby Road to save baby Ruby. Yeah, it's never saved anyone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Then, in the dumbest reveal of all time, it seems that the sex bot was diversity hire number 6's boyfriend from the beginning.
And why is this the dumbest reveal of all time?
So, in case you didn't get it, rejected straight white dudes are the ultimate enemy. He was kidnapped by
Oh, we're not allowed to know apparently.
the Tate bots in the middle of having a wank, and then became the grand leader.
In the middle of playing a video game. What is your obsession with sexualizing male characters that have not been remotely sexualized throughout the episodes? Seriously, the amount of comments he's made about Ncuti Hour, and now this guy. So, I'm convinced that Bowlestrek is in the closet, quite frankly, at this point. I think maybe the homophobia is his way of sort of making himself seem very straight, but I don't know, he can't seem to stop talking about sexualized males when there's been no indication towards any of that stuff, so I think Bowlestrek's keeping something a bit secret from us.
Pasty white dudes, yeah, they don't really have much power beyond calling me names on the internet.
Beyond calling you names on the internet, as though you don't call every single character in this Dr. Nutty or Diversity Hire number 6 or Princess Zumi or Princess Positivity or Toxic White Male. Oh, now you have a problem with name calling. Interesting that.
You're such a vile, angry, and bitter man, tanking the...
Vile, angry, bitter man. I like to imagine Bowlestrek was looking in the mirror when he recorded that specific piece of dialogue.
And the toxic white dude is sent into hell. You had a wank while writing that part, didn't you, Russell? You bitter, bitter man.
Again, what is this obsession he has with men having wanks? Like, where is he getting this from? Goodness me.
And that's it for today. Don't forget to follow me on X, and until next time, piss off!
Alright, so that was Bowlestrek's delightful little rant on the new Doctor episode. And you may notice throughout that video he did a lot of I don't care about Doctor Who. Well, let's take a look at how true that is, shall we? 3 days ago, April 12th, 2025. So, Bowlestrek cares about Doctor Who so little that he watched the episode when it came out, then wrote a script on what his thoughts on the episode were, recorded his video on it, edited his video on it, and uploaded it to YouTube, all on the same day that the episode came out. He was that desperate to watch the new episode and get all his thoughts on it, but he doesn't care about Doctor Who. Is it just me, or does something about that not quite add up? I think this is Bowlestrek's biggest problem is the fact that he's everything about this episode is really, really rubbish. I hate everything about it. But it's he never says or gives an example of what he would like the episodes to do differently, how he would like them to change, to be better written, what aspects of the story would need to be fixed. He doesn't do any of that. He just says that he hates it. That's literally it. Also, he makes a big thing of Russell T Davies hates his fan base. He hates all his fans. He hates them all. And yet every video of his, really all the ones that I've seen, end with him telling his fans to suck it or piss off or fuck off or something like that. But yeah, it's Russell T Davies that doesn't respect his fans. Okay, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, don't know what else to say really. This guy's just a bit of a twat really, isn't he, in every single way. I don't know if I'm going to make more of these. I might do, because they're actually kind of fun, although his intros are a bit boring. He takes so long to get into the actual episode. It's so boring, the intros. Once he starts getting into the episode, it's fun because I can take the piss out of him. But the first minute or so is just saying incels, degenerates, train wreck, and it's just stuff like that. So yeah, I'll maybe make more of these as time goes on. I don't know, I've got other videos I need to work on as well, but maybe I will. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Do you want me to make more of these? Should I not bother? Well, what do you think? Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye.